neon signs of Mong Kok bled together in the rain-slicked streets. It was the final hour of my shift, that dead time when the city holds its breath before dawn. I was tired, my eyes gritty from staring at the endless river of asphalt. Just as I was about to flip my sign to out of service, I saw her, a solitary figure standing under a flickering street lamp. Her hand rose slowly, almost reluctantly. I pulled the old Toyota Crown to the curb, the worn shocks groaning. She opened the back door and glided in, a whisper of movement in the humid night. She wore a simple black cheongsam, the kind you didn't see much anymore, even in '99. Her hair was a sheet of polished jet, and her face was pale, impossibly pale. "Taimo Shan," she whispered, her voice like rustling leaves. The address wasn't a residence, just a remote lookout point. An odd destination for a young woman alone at this hour, but a fare was a fare. I pulled away from the curb, the familiar energy of the city wrapping around us. But inside the cab, a strange quiet descended, the blare of horns, the chatter of late-night food stalls. It all seemed to fade into a distant hum. I glanced in the rearview mirror. Her eyes were fixed on the road ahead, but they seemed to be looking through it at something far away. A chill snaked its way up my arms, prickling my skin. It was cold in the car, unnaturally so. I checked the aircon, but it was off. "Long night?" I asked, my voice sounding rough and loud in the silence. She turned her head slowly, her dark eyes finding mine in the mirror. A small, sad smile touched her lips. "The longest," she breathed. The further we drove from the neon heart of Kowloon, the darker the world became. The towering apartment blocks gave way to gnarled trees that clawed at the sky. The road narrowed, twisting and turning up the mountain like a serpent. My radio, which was always tuned to a crackly talk show, began to hiss with static. Then silence. The engine sounded muffled, distant. The only sound was the tires on the wet pavement and the thumping of my own heart. A thick fog rolled in, swallowing the headlights' beams. Just a few feet ahead, I felt like I was driving into nothing, a void at the top of the world. I looked in the mirror again. She was gone. My heart leaped into my throat. I slammed on the brakes, the tires screaming in protest. The cab fishtailed, coming to a stop sideways across the narrow road. The back seat was empty, but the door hadn't opened. I would have heard it. Then I saw it. On the worn vinyl of the back seat was a dark, spreading stain, a puddle of what looked like murky water, smelling faintly of salt, and something else, something like lilies left to rot. And sitting in the middle of the puddle was a single white gardenia, its petals perfect and untouched. That's when I heard the whisper again, right beside my ear. "Thank you for the ride." I didn't wait. I threw the car into drive and sped down that mountain faster than I ever had before. I didn't stop until the sun was rising, casting long, safe shadows across the awakened city. I never drove a taxi again. Some fares you can't forget. Some passengers stay with you forever.